Isn't it fascinating how a single moment, a single shift in awareness, it can change everything? Because right now, as you hear these words, something inside you is already shifting. Maybe it's subtle, like the way a tide pulls at the shore, reshaping the landscape before anyone even notices. Or maybe it's immediate, like a door unlocking, revealing a path that was always there, just waiting for you to step through. And the deeper you go into this realization, the more it begins to take hold. Because people don't remember words. They don't remember facts. They remember how they felt. And feeling is everything. Emotion is the bridge between ideas and reality. When you master emotion, your own and others, you master influence. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who walked into a room and the entire energy shifted? They didn't even have to say anything. You just felt it. Their presence, their certainty, their state of mind, radiating outward like ripples in water, subtly pulling everything into alignment with them. Because the world, it doesn't respond to logic. It responds to state, to energy, to certainty. And when you own your energy, when you cultivate absolute certainty in your reality, something incredible happens. You become the source. The world stops shaping you, and instead you start shaping the world. Because influence, it isn't about convincing people. It's about making them feel something so deeply, so profoundly, it becomes undeniable. And that starts with you. Now imagine this. Imagine stepping into any situation with unshakable confidence, knowing your energy alone. It's enough to shift everything. To your belief, your presence, your frame, it's so solid, so compelling. The reality bends to match it. Because what is reality, if not the strongest frame in the room? And the more you hold your frame, the more the world follows. People don't remember what you say, but they do remember the certainty in your voice, the conviction in your movements, the depth in your gaze. And when they feel that certainty, they can't help but be drawn in. Because certainty is magnetic. And when you embody it fully, when you radiate it effortlessly, you don't need permission. You don't need approval. You simply become. And when you become, others follow. And isn't it interesting to realise how much easier this is than you thought? How right now, as you let these words settle in, something within you is already shifting, aligning, locking into place. Because the more you let go, the more you step in. The more you release, the more you expand. The more you feel this, the more you are this. And maybe you're already starting to notice that something has changed, haven't you? And it's interesting, isn't it? How the way you feel right now, it's already shifting. How these words, they're weaving into the very fabric of your mind. Not as something new, but as something you've always known, that's just waiting to be remembered. Because the truth is, you don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to be. Because the strongest reality always wins. Have you ever noticed that when you meet someone so certain, so aligned, so unwavering in their own truth, you begin to feel it too? Not because they explained it, not because they argued for it, but because they embodied it so fully that it became undeniable. And what happens when you become that? What happens when you stop seeking validation and start radiating certainty? Because here's the secret. People, they aren't looking for the right words. They're looking for a feeling, a presence, a permission, unspoken, that says, you can let go now. You can trust this. You can step into something greater. When you own that, when you become the signal instead of the noise, people remember you. They remember the way their energy shifted around you. The way, without even trying, you pull them into a new way of thinking, feeling, being. Because people, they don't remember what you say. They remember who you are. And the deeper you let that sink in, the more you begin to notice that influence, it isn't about pushing. It's about being so immovable, so unshakable, so deeply in alignment with your own reality that everything around you just starts to shift. The world bends to those who refuse to break, because reality is nothing but perspective. And the one who holds the strongest perspective, without fear, without hesitation, without doubt. They're the one who leads. And isn't that freeing? To realise that you don't need to chase approval, because the moment you stop seeking it, it starts seeking you. No, the less you try to convince, the more people listen. To understand, the more you let go, the further you go. Because as these words settle deeper, as they lock into place, in a way that feels almost effortless, you might already notice something shifting. Something within you is waking up, remembering, stepping forward into a space where influence, it isn't something you do, it's something you are. Because when you embody certainty, when you radiate presence, when you hold your own reality so completely, people don't just listen, they feel it. And once they feel it, they can't unfeel it. Because once you see it, you can't unsee. And once you become, you can't unbecome. And maybe, just maybe, you already have, haven't you?